Hi, kindergarten. I hope you guys are doing well. Today for reading, we're going to start a brand new week. We are going to talk about our essential question. We're going to read a story, do some phonics, and go through our vocabulary words today, okay? And also introduce our new high frequency words for this week. Today, I do have a little volunteer helping me film. Emma is my sister, and she is helping us volunteer. Emma, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
So she is going to be helping me film our videos. So if you see her in some of the videos, it's my sister Emma. Pretty fun. Okay, so we'll start off with our essential question. And our essential question for this week is, what do you know about our country? The American way. So I would like you to think about, what do you know about our country? Maybe you know about the states. Maybe you know about what our flag looks like. Maybe some popular different landmarks in our country, like we have the Statue of Liberty, or maybe like the White House, those kinds of things. I want you to take a couple seconds to think about those popular things about our country. All right, so we are going to talk about our question down here, and it says, why is this statue important to us? And this statue right here is the Statue of Liberty. And so why is that statue important for us? So a long time ago, when our country first started, we had a lot of immigrants come to America and search for freedom, because where they used to live, they didn't have a lot of freedom. And so they came to America so they could practice the religion they want to practice. They could work where they want to work. They wanted to work and get paid the amount of money they should get paid. Those kinds of things. They wanted that freedom. And so we had this statue given to us by another country. And when people would come into America, they would see the Statue of Liberty, and it represented freedom. So, little fun fact there. So, we're going to go ahead and get started with first our vocabulary words for this week. And here I am on vocabulary words. All right, so our vocabulary words, our first vocabulary word that we are going to look at is the word purpose. Purpose is something that, we'll start again. The purpose of something is the reason it is made or used. So something that was made or used. So the purpose of something. The purpose of a pencil box is to hold pencils. All right, so now let's look at the picture of the pencil box. You can put your pencils in a pencil box to keep them from getting lost. The purpose of a pencil box is to keep all of your pencils in one place. One question I want you to think about: what is the purpose of a coat? What is the purpose of a coat? One thing you might think about is maybe a coat will help you keep you warm if it's really cold outside. Maybe a raincoat would help you keep you dry when it's raining. Those kinds of things. All right, let's say purpose 3 times together. Ready? Purpose, purpose, purpose. Our next one is the word connect. Say it with me. Connect. When you connect 2 things, you put them together. I could connect pieces of yarn by tying them together. What do you connect to a dog's collar before you take the dog for a walk? So think about, when you take a dog for a walk, what do you connect to their collar? You connect a leash, right? Let's look at the picture of a child who is connecting 2 pieces of yarn. She is tying them together, so she's connecting it, putting them together. Let's say the word connect 3 times together. Ready? Connect, connect, connect. Our next word is the word travel. One way to travel is to fly in an airplane. So when you travel, you move from one place to another. What are some other ways you can travel? You can travel by airplane, you can travel by, maybe you're thinking car, you can travel by boat, you can travel by a hot air balloon, something like that. Something that gets you from one place to another. Now let's look at the picture of passengers who are about to travel by airplane. They're probably traveling or going to a place that's far away. Traveling by airplane will get them there faster. All right, let's say travel 3 times together. Ready? Travel, travel, travel. All right, so those are the 3 words that we are talking about today. We talked about purpose, we talked about connect, and we talked about the word travel. All right. We are going to read a story now called Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. All right. Now I'm going to read you a story called Anna Travels to Washington, D.C. What do you think Anna will see there? We can see over here is the White House, so maybe she's going to go to the White House. That might be a good guess that you might be thinking about. We are going to use a couple of different strategies while we read. We're going to use rereading. So remember, rereading is when we are reading something and we don't quite understand what's happening in the story. So we have to look back in the story and reread again. This is an informational text. Now think about, what is an informational text? Yes, an informational text gives us real information about people, about places. We also might have real life photographs in the story. Well, it looks like in this story, we might have real life photographs, but also hand-drawn pictures as well. So it could be two different kinds of pictures, real life pictures and also hand-drawn pictures. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. We are in Washington, D.C. It is the capital of the United States, said Anna to Mama and her little sister Sarah. Anna ran and hugged her tia, which is aunt in Spanish, her tia Luisa, and said, I cannot wait to visit the historic places. So we see her getting ready to go to Washington, D.C. The next morning, Anna and Sarah were holding a large map. Look, Sarah, we will visit all of these places. So we look at their map and it gives us pictures of all the places they're going to visit. Tia Luisa and Mama waved American flags. They gave flags to Anna and Sarah. Anna opened the front door and said, ready, set, let's go. All right, so I know that the title of the book is Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. I read that the family is in Washington, D.C. and that they will visit historic places on the map. I think that Washington, D.C. is going to be the main topic of this text. So that is going to be the main topic, the main idea of what we're going to be reading about. This is the National Mall, Tia Luisa said. I don't see any stores, Sarah said. There are no stores here, Tia Luisa replied. Sarah turned around and said, I get it. Instead of stores, this mall has historic buildings. Where's the family on these pages? Where are they at in Washington, D.C.? You're right. They are at the National Mall where they are going to see lots of historic buildings. And we can look at the text and we can read the text and we can also look at the photographs and the pictures. What is this tall building? Asked Anna. It looks like a giant number 1, Sarah said. This is the Washington Monument, Tia Luisa said. It was built to honor the first president or leader of the United States, George Washington. Mama opened her purse. Look, his face is on the dollar bill in the quarter, Anna cried. When I first read on page number 10 right here, I did not understand what giant number 1 meant. I reread the page, so they said that the giant number 1 was the Washington Monument. And now I understand, and looking at the photo, I see that they're talking about the big monument right here, the Washington Monument, built for George Washington. So remember, rereading helps us understand things better. Who is this tall man sitting on that big chair? Anna asked. He is Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. He ended slavery and helped keep the United States together, Tia Luisa said. He is also on the pennies that Sarah and I put inside our piggy banks, Anna said. Why is Anna holding the penny on page 13 right here? If you're not sure, listen carefully for the answer as I reread. All right, so let's reread this page. It says, who is this tall man sitting on that big chair? Anna asked. He is Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. He ended slavery and helped keep the United States together, Tia Luisa said. He is also on the pennies that Sarah and I put inside our piggy banks. So Abraham Lincoln's face is on the penny right here. He's the 16th president of the United States. So he's a very important guy in our history. Who lives in this beautiful house, Anna asked. The President of the United States lives in the White House, Tia Louisa said. Can we knock and say hello, Anna and Sarah asked. The President is a very busy person, Tia Louisa said, but I have tickets to get inside. Yes, said everyone. What historic building does the family see here? You're right, it is the White House, and the President lives there. This building is bigger than my whole school, Anna said. It is the Capitol building. They make laws here, Tia Louisa said. Are laws like school rules, Anna asked. Tia Louisa and Mama nodded. We need to follow the rules or we will get in trouble, Anna said to Sarah. What details do you learn about Washington, D.C. on these pages? A detail that you might be thinking about may be looking at the picture. We see that it is the Capitol building, and it's in Washington, D.C., and this is where laws are made. What are made there? Laws. Look, there's also statues sitting on chairs here, Anna pointed at them. This is the Supreme Court, Tia Louisa said. When people do not agree, the Supreme Court decides what is fair. The Supreme Court is like a teacher. Teachers talk to children when they argue, Anna said. Welcome to the Library of Congress, Tia Louisa said. There are so many beautiful books here, said Anna. I love to read books to Sarah. Almost all the books published in the United States are here, Tia Louisa said. I'd love to read them all one day, Anna said. Tia Louisa and Mama smiled. Where are Anna and her family on page 20? Right here. What is that building again? You're right, it is the Library of Congress. They went back to the National Mall and walked across Independence Avenue. Look, I know the man in the statue, Anna said. He is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he had a dream for everyone to be treated fairly. This is his memorial, Tia Louisa said. I will work for my dreams too, Anna said. What monument does the family see on these pages? Who is this person? You're right, it is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Anna and her family walked among the flowering cherry trees. Look at the beautiful cherry blossoms, Anna said. These trees are a gift from Japan to celebrate the friendship between our two countries, Tia Louisa said. They sat down and watched the paddle boats go by. Anna hugged Tia Louisa and said, Thank you for this wonderful day. I will never forget it. All right, so we'll go ahead and stop there. That was a great story, wasn't it? All right. So we are going to go ahead and switch gears a little bit, and we are going to talk about two letters. We are going to talk about the letter Y and the letter Z. All right. We can think about what sound does Y make? Y makes the yeah sound. Y, yo, yeah. What sound does the letter Z make? Z, zipper, z. All right, so I want you to think about what are some words that start with the letter Y, and what words start with the letter Z? I'll help you brainstorm a couple. So yeah. What are some yeah sounds? We can think about yeah, yo-yo. Starts with the letter Y. We can think about yeah, yogurt. Starts with the letter Y. Yeah. We can think about the word yak. It's a type of animal. Trying to think of other ones. Emma, can you think of any?
Yellow.
Oh, yellow. Good job. My student Emma is helping me out. Nice job. All right, let's think about words. Zipper starts with the letter Z. We have zoo starts with the letter Z. Ooh, my dog Zoe. Some of you have heard about Zoe. Zoe starts with the letter Z. Zoe. If you can think of other ones, bonus points, because those are hard letters to think of that start with those sounds. So we talked about the letter Y, and the letter Z. All right, let's get my eraser. Okay, let's continue. All right, so we have some brand new high frequency words for this week. And these high frequency words are the words this and what. Let's spell this together. Ready? T-H-I-S spells this. T-H-I-S spells this. Some of you might have seen that you have the word is and the word this. So that might help you spell the word a little bit easier. T-H-I-S. Say it with me. T-H-I-S spells this. All right, now let's move on to our next one is the word what. W-H-A-T spells what? W-H-A-T spells what? Some of you might have seen that you see the word hat and the word what. So that might help you spell the word a little bit easier as well. Let's spell it together again. W-H-A-T spells what? All right, I'm going to write a couple sentences and we are going to look for our new high frequency words in these sentences. All right, so we have the sentence. What do you see? Ooh, looking for those high frequency words. I see our high frequency word. What? What do you see? W-H-A-T spells what? Let's look at our next one. This is for you. Let's read it again. This is for you. Looking for those high frequency words, we have this. T-H-I-S spells this. T-H-I-S spells this. Let's do one more. All right, let's read our sentence. What can I do? Let's read it again. Ready? What can I do? Let's look at our high frequency word. We see our high frequency word. What? W-H-A-T spells what? W-H-A-T spells what? Okay, so those are high frequency words for this week. Okay, so we're going to switch gears again and we're going to talk a little bit about grammar. What we're learning in grammar today is prepositions. All right, prepositions are the naming part or telling part of the sentence. So, some prepositions, there's a lot of different prepositions, are the words in, can you see that? Maybe I'll use a different
Yep.
color. Green's a little too light to see on camera. We'll use purple. In, out, off, by, and with. Those are the ones that we're going to talk about. There's a lot more other prepositions out there, but those are the ones we're going to look at. All right, so let's look at the sentence. I'll write it on here. Rita travels by plane. All right. How does Rita travel? That's a question that we can ask to figure out our preposition. How does Rita travel? She travels by plane. Our preposition is by because it explains how she travels. She travels by plane. Remember, when we're thinking about our sentences, some other things that we can look at is we can look at our verb, action word. Our verb, action word is travels. Our sentence is about Rita, and she travels by plane. Let's look at another one. She gets out of the car. She gets out of what? She gets out of the car. Our preposition would be what? What would it be? She gets out of the car. Our preposition would be out, right? Because out is one of our prepositions. It explains how she gets out of the car. Okay? So those are just a couple of examples. I just wanted to show you just a few. We'll be talking more about prepositions throughout the week. So I just wanted to kind of give you a couple of examples of those. All right, so that's all I have for you for reading today. I hope you enjoyed our little lesson and reading our stories. And I will be seeing you tomorrow for some more reading. I hope you have a great day.